Representative Williams on the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the bill. I have a question when you say the timely turnover.
A timely replacement or appointment or reappointment.
My question is, I have a development authority in Liberty County. We hired a new CEO, and this CEO can't start until April 1. How would this bill have affected that?
It should not impact that at all. That's the board members themselves. So the governing authority of the county makes the appointment of the members of the board of the Development Authority or the Downtown Development Authority. And this just would prevent the situation where a Development Authority member's term has expired and they continue to serve for an extended period of time. We're just asking that they be appointed or reappointed within 6 months.
Okay, no other questions on that. You have another one?
Yes, I'd like to now move to Senate Bill 212. 212 is a bill that would relieve the 24 remaining probate judges from having elections responsibilities. As you're aware, currently we have about 139 or so counties in Georgia that utilize a local election board and a local elections director. We have about 25 or so that still utilize the probate judge. This has become an increasing challenge. The Georgia Council on Probate Judges came to us a year or so ago, requested that they be relieved of those responsibilities and that every county in Georgia create a local board of elections or a local board of elections and registration. So this bill enables that ability. If you have a local government who already has a local election board or a local election board registration and elections, nothing would change. The only ones that would change would those who currently have probate judges, and I believe the probate council chose to support it 150 some odd to 1, and we worked with the one person who had some concerns. So I appreciate the opportunity to support this, and I want you to know GEDA supports this, HCCG supports this, and the council, Georgia Council of Probate Judges support it.
Okay, we got a question. Whip Park.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senator Burns, thank you for the bill. I appreciate the clarification as to how many counties this would apply to. Would this in any way take away the ability of the legislature to amend or change boards of elections?
This would create local boards of elections. Now, the only way that a current existing local board can be modified would be if they chose to request that local election enabling legislation be rescinded. If that were rescinded, then this general legislation language would be enforced. This language is written to give the counties a maximum amount of flexibility. They can be 3-member boards or 5-member boards. The term of the individuals on the boards is 4 years. They can serve up to 4 terms on the board. They can be reappointed multiple times. And it provides the enabling component that ensures that elections are run efficiently and effectively through local engagement, local citizen engagement.
Would you be willing to answer one more question just to
try.
clarify? So for any existing boards of elections, if this bill passes, would it prevent the legislature from changing its composition?
From changing the composition of an existing board?
Correct.
You could do that, but you would have to take that local legislation and rescind the local legislation, and then it would then fall to this legislation to provide for the new board of elections.
Thank you.
Okay, no other questions. Thank you, sir, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Sir, Senator Kennedy.
Good Monday morning, Mr. Chairman. Nice to see you and good to see the committee this morning. I bring to y'all 2 bills for consideration. SB 232, which is on page 1, a little below halfway. 232 is a product of the continued work of our probate judges over the last couple of years to try to come up with a uniform set of fees that probate courts charge for the various filings that the public or lawyers go when they interface with the probate court. The idea is that it be net neutral. That is, that there are some fees that go up, some go down, but they have removed the per page recording fee, which I think was maybe even $2 per page. That's been removed so that they've tried to make it net neutral as far as cost. As I said, the judges have worked on this for quite some time. This has also been reviewed by the Supreme Court as well. I'll be happy to answer any questions about that.
Don't see any questions. So you got another
Okay.
one?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. One other bill on page 2, about halfway down the page, SB 450, is a bill that really corrects an issue. Folks may remember the work that we all did on HB 916 2 years ago that Representative Leverett did a lot of work which modified the certiorari appeal process to our superior courts. There was some language that was included in that bill that has later been construed to be an ambiguity as to whether or not an appeal from probate court to the superior court is an absolute right, otherwise a de novo appeal, or one that has to be applied for. And so some folks had looked at it and said, wait a minute, this appears to be one in which that you have to apply for, which would have been a change. This takes the language of the bill to make sure it removes the ambiguity of 916 from 2022 to make clear that litigants who want to appeal from the probate court to superior court have an absolute right to do that and have a new trial, a de novo trial. And there were a few other things, in fact, as we continue to work on it, Representative Leverett found a few other things that add some language just to clarify. This was, as y'all may remember, this was, I think, about an 80 or 90 page bill. It was the product of a lot of work over a 2-year period with the state bar and others. So it had a few little glitches in it. This clears that up.
Okay, any questions? Don't see any questions, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good to be with y'all this morning.
sir.
Happy Monday to everybody.
Thank you. Okay, any members of the committee have anything we need to bring up? Okay, if not, we'll adjourn this meeting and then we will see you all Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. Thank you.